Good morning, good morning. Excuse me. My name is Annie Tatij. This is Beauty Manifested. This is a channel for storytelling. I'm so happy to have you here. It would make sense for you to subscribe so you can keep up with the whole story, but if you just pop on for this one video, I'm so happy to have you. All that I ask is that you don't leave any mean comments, because if you just hop on for this one video, you're probably not going to really understand where I'm coming from. And so with that being said, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I am getting ready for my second day of classes, but I have like a whole new set of classes today than I did yesterday. So it's kind of like the first day of classes in a way. And so I'm meeting a lot of people for the first time, so I'm gonna do good makeup. Because me personally, I was just thinking, I have this one class, it's called group communication, and we're gonna basically, you just work on your leadership skills and working in a team and stuff like that. And so we're gonna do like multiple group projects. And for the first project, it's gonna be assigned, and then after that, we'll have to pick our team. And so I was already thinking about who I would want to work with. And obviously, I want to work with the pretty girls. Obviously. Come on. Like, who doesn't like to work with a pretty girl? Like, there's always something to learn. And I'm like, tell me how you do your hair. Tell me how you do your makeup. Like, you're just so cute. And then yesterday, I had a full day of classes. Well, kind of. I had a long break. But, you know, I'm just so excited. I know it's only the first day. I am someone who gets really excited at the beginning, and sometimes I fizzle out. But, like, I was just feeling so grateful and privileged to get to be a part of that community, like school. I'm like, this is such a luxury. Like, school is amazing. Like, I can't believe I didn't want to go back to school. I can't believe I didn't value my education. Like, this is it's so much fun. Literally. And I feel like I'm someone, and I'm definitely like this. Like, all my life, I just wanted to be grown. Like, I don't know why. And I was very delusional about what grown meant, because it's not like, oh, I've always wanted to move out and I always wanted to, like, get a job. Like, no, not that. I just wanted to, like, well, yeah, I did always want to be able to, like, just make money and just, like, live my life and stuff like that. Like, I didn't want to do what other people my age were doing. I fell into, like, serial entrepreneurship. I started a couple businesses. I was just always wanting to, like, I don't know, just do something. And I'm a very creative person. And I kind of got, like, my first sales commission job when I was in college, and that kind of like opened my eyes to some things. I'm like, oh wow, like you can actually make pretty good money. Like, it was just a lot going on. And so I didn't want to be in school because I thought it was useless and a waste of time. And I also didn't want to work in corporate because everyone talks about it like it's slavery. And granted, I haven't done it yet, but I just personally feel like it's not that bad. Like, I think that a lot of people just have a negative mindset. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it sucks, but name a job that doesn't. Like, that's my thing. And I always hear people say stuff like, what's the one quote? Love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life. That's actually my grandma's, like, favorite. She was a teacher. She always would use that. I just met another teacher while I was on vacation. She said the same thing, but she said she wasn't really loving it anymore and all this stuff. And I'm just like, my experience. So let's just take it back. So I used to be a gymnastics coach. I used to be a nanny. I used to work at Starbucks. And then I went to college and I didn't work for a little while. And then I started working at the Starbucks again so I could have some extra spending money. And then what happened? Yeah, I worked at Starbucks, and then I got the commission job. I was a dance instructor again. And then I had a meal prepping and nutritional coaching business. That was pretty awesome. And then I quit that, and then I opened the insurance agency. So I got into sales. I was already in sales from the dance instructing because I was selling fitness packages. And I was selling meals. So I was already in sales, but I got into like hard sales, which was insurance. And insurance, it is a good business to have and they tell you it's recession proof, and they tell you all these things, and it's great. And you can definitely make a lot of money in it. However, it just wasn't for me. I was miserable there. It was just not what I wanted to do. I didn't feel like I was like really making a difference for anyone, because you just have to focus. Like, when you have an insurance agency, maybe this is my perspective, I don't know if everyone feels like this, but I personally felt like, and maybe it's because I hadn't scaled enough, but I personally felt like you always have to just focus on more sales, more sales, more sales, and you could never give as much customer service if you wanted to, at least not if you wanted to be efficient, and like, you're just not making that big of a difference. And then even when I would do like a lot of customer service, like sometimes I did house calls for my clients, like I would send flowers when things happen, like all kinds of stuff. Like I really did try to go above and beyond for my clients. And like even then, like you only have so much control over the situation, and at the end of the day your bills have to get paid, so it has to always be sales focused. Like you can't just be service focused, at least in my experience. And so it just wasn't really what I wanted to do. Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do sales again. I definitely would. I think sales is great and I'm pretty good at it. But if I did, it would be for a bigger company that has a large sales thing already. Or not like a large service thing. So it'd be like I'd be doing the selling, but they have a really good service department where they can get help. And Allstate kind of had that, but not really. Or at least not for my customer base, because they're Spanish speaking and they always wanted to come into the office to do business. Oops. Well, I accidentally put glitter on. I didn't know this brush was gonna have glitter. Yeah, so that was my experience. Okay, so I'm coming from that business, and now I'm back in school full time, and I hear a lot of people complaining about their like 9-to-5 jobs and stuff. And that totally used to be me. Well, I wasn't complaining about my 9-to-5 job, but I just like, I thought it was the worst thing ever. Like if you had a 9-to-5 job, like obviously you're being abused. And so there was that. And now I'm like, honestly, like that's such a blessing. 9-to-5, like that's it. Like 9 isn't even that early. And 5 isn't even that late. It's not the best. It's not the best situation. But at the same time, like, what would be better? Especially if you're remote. Like, what would be better? Because, like, we all are working. It's not like no one's working. And I've gone periods where I'm not working. And, like, you kind of just feel, like, lost and empty. Like, everyone's working but you. So I'm not saying you shouldn't work. I'm just saying, like, it may not be all it's cracked up to be. And everything comes with something. I've even been seeing videos of different influencers who have gone back to work because they just feel like bored that their only job is influencing. Like they feel like they have nothing to do all day. Like they're just not fulfilled. And I'm not saying your job is gonna fulfill you, but it might be part of it. And if your job, like for me, I feel like school is fulfilling me right now. But you have to pay to be there. Like you still have to make money. But as a woman, like you're always gonna have money. I wouldn't worry about that. But like to me, I think I'm in the ideal situation, to be honest. Like to be able to just go to school and then have like a very easy job and then live at home with my family and just honestly live my best life. Like I would love to be a lifetime student. I really would. I think that would be great. And there are some lifetime students. Like today I have a history class and the professor literally is working on his second PhD. I'm like, what is the reason? What is the reason? Like, why would you need a second PhD? But it's because some people honestly just love to learn. And I'm one of those people. If money, like, you know, so in law of attraction work, they ask you things like, if money was nothing, like, what would you do all day? And I would learn. Like, I love learning. I love reading. I love having group discussions. I love projects. Like, I would be a lifetime student if I could. It's so much fun. And it's such a luxury and such a privilege. Like, everyone doesn't get to go to school. That's why, I don't know, like, they say, like, education should be free for everybody. And should it be free for everybody? I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm like such a capitalist because I'm like, if everybody has it, is it even valuable anymore? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it is. I mean, obviously, like some things, like even if it's accessible to everybody, everyone's not gonna do it. And that's why they say like no gatekeeping, because even if you tell everyone your plan, most people are not gonna do it. They're not gonna execute the way that you do. You don't have to worry about people stealing your ideas, because at the end of the day, if you were doing the work, it wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter. I pinched myself with the eyelash curler. Yikes. Lip liner is everything to me. Like, okay, when I was younger, I started wearing makeup in middle school because I'm an artist and I love makeup. So I started wearing it in middle school. And so it was really ugly at first. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just trying to figure it out. And then I gradually got better. And there was a stage, and honestly, I'm not the only one. A lot of people would do this. I would do a full face of makeup and do nothing to my eyebrows. So I'd have a full face, no eyebrows. My mom said I looked like I was in a casket. It was horrible, and she's not lying. She's not just being mean. Like, I really did. Full face, caked, no. And I used to do so many layers, like, it was crazy. And then no eyebrows. And then I started doing my eyebrows, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I would ever leave the house like that. But at the time, I thought I was cute. And now that's how I feel about eyeliner or lip liner. I'm like, a look is not complete until you've done the lip liner. What was I thinking? Where did I think I was going? Like, get a grip.